About the last 10 days of Ramadan that we're going to enter pretty soon. The night of power, Laylatul Qadr. It is a very powerful, very holy night, very important night. That if you can catch that night, just one night in your whole life, you will win in this life and the hereafter. Just one night. That if you are doing any worship on that night, then it is as if you are worshipping your whole life and more. It is the night, yes, when Allah continuously, every year, is sending different kinds of rahmat, but on that special night, a different kind of power is coming. And that is the night when, if you start seeing with these eyes, all of creation, they fall into sajda all together in one split second. So, it is hidden in the month of Ramadan, not for people to think 27th, it has to be. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is not copying Himself. He never copies Himself. He is ahad. Everything in creation, He never makes second. Everything in creation, it's only one also. He is not copying. So, hidden on that night, hidden in this month, heavily, the awliya Allah is saying, it is in the last 10 nights. Heavily, it is in the odd nights. And heavily, it is on the 27th. But this is according to then how different things are sent every year. It may change a little bit. So the whole point is to be awake. The whole point is to chase every night and to say, this is for the sake of Laylatul Qadr. I'm doing this. Even if it is 2 rakats that you're going to pray, sincerely you're going to do that. Even if it's just a little bit of tasbih that you're doing it sincerely. Allah is not looking for volume, how big your worship is. He's looking for sincerity. So it is very easy now on the 27th, then everyone starts worshipping that night. And Allah also is, subhanahu wa ta'ala, is liking surprises, because He is the Lord that is never copying also, and always showing us something new, something surprising about Himself, about all of creation also. So, we should look for it every night. Like the Ottomans are saying, treat every night like it is Laylatul Qadr. And stop moving around. Sohbat is happening, you pay attention. Otherwise, they're saying they're not giving attention, they cut from there. And then you come empty. You get, it's just licking your hand, that's it. You understand? We're speaking about Laylatul Qadr. Do you know how important it is? If it's important, you're even going to watch. If you know how important, you're even going to watch how you breathe, so that you're not going to miss anything. Not sitting around there playing with yourself. Your ego has millions of tricks on you. You don't blame shaitan now. It is your ego. It is making you to be distracted, making others to be distracted. And usually in a way like this, it's making the one who's giving the sohbat to be cut off. Then that time, instead of the rahmat that is coming to you, other things may come. Watch yourself. I have to watch myself, I have to prepare, and I have to concentrate. As much as you're doing it sincerely, that's what you're going to get. So, treat every night like it is Laylatul Qadr. Treat every person that you meet This Hazrat Hizr alayhi salam. So we're entering soon, inshallah, into the last 10 nights. Every night, try to do something sincerely for the sake of Allah. Don't just rush to collect. Watch to see how you're going to lose. Don't just rush to collect and to get. Watch to see how you are losing it. As we said before, even if we do nothing in this month, the rahmat is continuously coming to us. Even if you do nothing, you're just fasting, Allah is saying to His Prophet ﷺ, the Holy Prophet is saying, the blessings of the fasting, not even I know. Holy Prophet is saying, Sultan of Ilmul-Ladin, Sultan of the hidden secrets, saying, not even I know. Allah is going to unveil that. What is that fasting? To some, He has led an idea, and we're trying to share it with people, but if you're not going to be ready for it, then you're not going to get it. You know what it means, that. So even if you're not doing anything, the rahmat is coming down for the sake of this month. Now if you're doing more things, more it is going to be written for you. But don't be rushing only to find 27th of Ramadan, rushing to pray. And then all the nights, you're not taking it too much seriously. Don't just be looking for Ramadan, that's the time you're going to do something. The rest of the month you're not going to do anything. As believers, we understand that Allah's blessing is continuous. He doesn't lessen the blessings. Never you're going to find on this day there's less blessings. No, more blessings always, more coming. So as believers, we're going to chase for that Allah wants us to run, to look. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Himself is running and looking and speaking and saying, commanding the angels on every night of Ramadan to make a whole declaration to all of creation. All of creation is answering back except for mankind. Understand, your Lord, Lord of creation. He's saying, come back to me, call on me, speak to me. What kind of conversation you want to have with your Lord? Aren't we enough filled up already to ask Him for cheap dunya things? Isn't that enough already? It's like you're going to the Sultan who's owning everything, and then you're saying, I have some debt I have to pay. How much it is? 40 pieces of gold. Is that what you came me for? He says, yes, I have to clear my debt. The Sultan is able to grant you anything, and you're only being busy with that, day and night. Just give him 40, tell him to get out from here. Don't go just collecting, not knowing what to collect. But look to see how, what you're collecting, how that bag has a split, is broken, or there's a hole that everything is coming out. Look to see that. You're going to find in the last 10 days, certain things are going to happen. You're going to find unusual feelings you may have, unusual anger, unusual arrogance, unusual things that we inherit from shaitan, that shaitan is not here, but we've inherited it. And it's coming out. And that time, you're standing all night long for prayer, and then all you get from it is nothing. What do you get from it? It's just tiredness. That time, all your fasting, daytime, what do you get from it? Nothing. What do you get from it? Just tiredness. This is what the Holy Prophet ﷺ said. He was guaranteeing this. What the Prophet says must come true. As believers, we must run away from that, to be scared, to fear that what we're doing is not going to be accepted. When we fear that it's not going to be accepted, we're going to look to see what makes it not to be accepted. What is it that you're going to do that is going to be pleasing to Allah? What is it that you're doing that your ego feels good that you're just doing it like that? That may destroy everything. And having a jamaat, having a community, usually is to each other. Problem always to each other. Dunya and akhirat, always. Why is that? So everybody is asking for Jannat, but no one is asking to clean us to become Ahli Jannat. Everyone is asking for Jannat. Everyone's asking for the highest paradises. Dua 24-hour highest paradise. But do you know what highest paradise means? In this dunya, you cannot even enter into, leave President's White House, leave your mayor's office. You cannot even go to your boss' house or his office anytime that you want. There must be security clearance. There must be a proper way, a proper manner. There must be an appointment that they are going to say, we accept this. What are we going to ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? You must sit, we must think a little bit. You're asking for paradise. Are we behaving like people of paradise? Is this how people of paradise are behaving? The worshipping like this or like that, everyone can do, no? You can. In fact, you don't have to be a believer to worship. Munafiq worships too. The hypocrite worships too. The hypocrite can worship more than so many other ones that say. They're going to be very specific. Brother, please, you must do like this. Allahu Akbar. Not like this, not like this, not like this. You must put like this, like this. A new style they're coming up with. You must stand like this. Oh, Qibla is a little bit to the left, not this. This is wrong. They're very specific. They say, don't say Alhamdulillah, say Alhamdulillah. You have to say, if you say that, Allah is going to misunderstand you. Because you're meaning something else. So a munafiq can worship too. But what is it that a munafiq cannot have? Everyone can worship. What is it that sets apart the sincere one from the munafiq? It is your heart. It is sincerity. Sincerity is looking at all the bad things that is in your heart and taking it out. Always you're fighting against it. You're never letting it to control you. You're always looking at your actions, and you're never happy not only with the good things that you have done. You're also never happy knowing that the wrong things that you have done before, and you're still continuing, and you're struggling with it, to struggle, to fight. This is the struggle. So yeah, sincerity now. A sincere person is not going to be like a saldran, you know, like a barking dog, attacking everyone. No. He is attacking himself. And people say he's going to understand. So don't just look. Of course we have to worship. Of course we have to read the Quran. Of course we have to fill up our nights with nafila ibadat and everything. But look to the back door. Make sure your back door is locked. Not to keep it open wide that the thief can come and take everything that you have. Everything that you have collected. Otherwise you're going to get nothing, just tiredness. We're looking to the pleasure of Allah. You understand? And for the pleasure of Allah, you don't know where the pleasure of Allah is going to be also. But you cannot say, I've prayed, it is definitely going to be accepted. You cannot say, I fasted, definitely is going to be accepted. There is a hidden wrongness in that too. You're speaking on behalf of Allah. How do you know He's going to accept it? But you can know whether you're being sincere or not. You can know whether you're really fighting against your nafs or not. That you can know. That everyone can know. Every nationality. You don't have to be a special nationality to know this. All other races, they don't know this. You don't have to be men, you don't have to be women. Men, women, children, they know. Children, they understand sincerity better than adults. You don't have to be religious. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to be intelligent. You don't have to be a professor. You don't have to be a scholar. You know. May Allah make us to become more aware of this. We are looking to the pleasure of Allah. May He be pleased with us. May our Prophet be pleased with us. May our Shaykh be pleased with us. May we remove everything that displeases them. May Allah forgive me and bless you. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This much is enough, inshallah rahman. To make a little bit cut short, because we still have to worship and pray and to a tarawih. Inshallah, if Allah grants us life, put it back. We will see you tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum. Fatiha. Amin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.